What's up, YouTube? No, I haven't taken you guys up here in a little while. Had to come check this place out. Had to shoot up here real quick. Sowed the seeds of a GoFundMe page if people want to come up here and create a cleansing villa. Of course, if the place isn't welcoming, we'll build somewhere else if it gets to that point. So, if everybody was on the same page of blissful harmony, the concept of time would cease. Everyone would be in tune with their immortality, and the entire life lessons that occur and from breath to breath would be absorbed in everything would be absorbed in a single breath. Entire life lessons, and the expression for those lessons would all happen in no time, because you got to realize that you realize lessons, and then you go through a period of just finding the words to express those lessons. So that would all occur all in instantaneously. You know, all the values of life would shift, and the perception of life would shift, and expectations will follow, you know. So, and again, you should inspect before you expect, but this reality has us all expecting, because we're starting off with a flat perception of life. Everyone is forced to read books that mold their minds before they get into a third dimensional experience of it. It's like if you were to read about having sex, and then you went and had sex, you would have expectations for sex, as opposed to just having sex and then reading about it. So the experience, the first-hand experience, if it's unadulterated, is a more true experience. It's not an experience of expectation, because again, expectations just create you. It keeps you in a state of projecting what life should be instead of what it is. So you go through half-assed experiences. So we all have this dream of a utopia, but in the utopic state, there will be no sense of time. Everything would it would be a blissful state. Everyone will be connecting telepathically. This is a dualistic existence. And again, you know, the infinite awareness needed the finite to observe itself to create the perspective of something finite. So yes, you have this infinite thing that can't be aware of itself unless it creates something to be aware of itself. And so you have everyone waking up in parallel universes every day. And everybody around them and everything around them is self-actualized and self-realized, because they become self-actualized and self-realized. And it's just a reflection situation. And you feel like this person is this person, or that person is this person. Like, everybody has a certain role and they have their own identity, but it's no different than if anybody saw the movie Vanilla Sky at the end. So just check that out if you know the ending of Vanilla Sky, when you know the projections want to exist. They insist. Everything insists that it exists. So we have this dream of, you know, coconut water being on tap everywhere, you know, child prodigies being considered the ancestors that they are, you know, realizing our foolish past is behind us and all that. But, and this is all possible and everything to experience, but you got to realize that in a dualistic nature, in this dualistic dimension, that a circumstance like that would provide no lessons in a sense, because you would have no, I don't want to say opposition, but you would have no other thing for self-realization. You would have no other thing to bounce yourself off of as far as projections go. Now, I do feel like everyone's going through their own dualism within themselves, and, you know, we should strive to be the most balanced that we are and we can be, and that we know we can be. So it's not about telling people to go vegan. I don't want to tell people to go vegan to tell them what to do. I want people to become vegan so that they can realize and become their best self, so I can learn from them. So yeah, 28 texts online by R. Bud. And you can get them on Amazon, R. Bud Vegan. You can get the PDFs from ROYALT512@yahoo.com. And you can get you can go through the GoFundMe. It's Roxy Bud, ROXCY. And again, the Human Food Company page on Facebook, or the Jesus Christ page on Facebook, gzuscryst19 on Facebook. And the IG, yeah, check it out. gzuscryst19 on IG. Check that out. And oh yeah, for the reptilian thing, or the Rh negative factor, what have you. Again, too, with the artificial intelligence that we have created here, in supposed opposition of the true intelligence, it is a projection from the collective reptilian brainstem of us all. The government is a projection from all our reptilian brainstems. Again, all the layers of us create all the layers of life. The reptilian brainstem creates a certain layer of life. The limbic creates a certain layer of life, or the mammalian, what have you. The cerebral cortex projects a certain layer of life, and the prefrontal lobe projects a certain layer of life. But it's all being projected simultaneously, all in different dimensions, all at one time. So you basically have a self-actualized or self-realized part of a whole that is projecting self-actualized and self-realized pieces. So you have the reptilian brainstem creating the reptilian layer of everything. Actual reptiles, reptilian humans, everything from the reptilian layer, from that cold-blooded layer. And then you have the limbic projecting everything from the limbic layer. And all these things seem self-actualized and self-realized because they're coming from a projection that is self-actualized or self-realized. So the same thing with the cerebral cortex. It's projecting this human or humanoid or human layer, and it's projecting humans that are self-actualized or self-realized. You think like that you run into a person that's your friend and they know who they are, or they're just a piece of you that has become self-actualized and self-realized to you. Because again, you never die. You only die from other people's perspective of their own dimension, from their own projection. So you never die. You go from wherever you're at in your stage of self-awareness to another level of self-awareness, and the old you dies, and to the rest of existence, all the different projections, the different layers. They might see you get in a car accident or get your head blown off or what have you, but you, as the awareness that is you, never experiences that. You can't remember your own death. So you just continually live on and wake up in different parallel lives and just become more and more self-realized or self-actualized, and everything around you follows suit. And it might be slightly different. And that's why you might want to have a little piece of something that you can hold on to, that you can refer to see exactly how much things have changed from one parallel life to the next. So what they call a talisman. So basically, yeah, then as far as evolution or your own evolution, you never die. You're just going through the stages of self-realization and self-actualization and getting in touch with the powers of your manifestation powers. So that's really how life is. That's real, or what death is, however you want to look at it. So again, ROYALT512@yahoo.com for the PDFs, so you can print them out, email them to people. If you don't like ebooks, Arba Vegan on Amazon for the ebooks is 28 texts: the Kate Day Cleanse, the Eye Manual, Sleep Paralysis, Socially Paralyzed, the Alchemist Cookbook, The Small Changes All. There's so many. Again, it's 28 of them. So check that out, or check them in.